Senior Vice President. She too went to the Dallas event. And I just wanted you to hear from her because something magical happened just in a day with somebody that's been around for many, many years. And it's incredible to hear what has happened. And I want you to hear from her as well. I believe it'll go a long, long way in your businesses. Help me welcome Chanel Burr. Chanel, thanks for being on today's call.
Well, thank you so much for allowing me to be on. And it is Women Winning Wednesday. And on the Women Winning Wednesday call, we say, wow, 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 when the speaker has been just incredible. And to follow Melissa Street and Alejandra, I can clearly remember when Alejandra, I call her Allie, but I remember when she just was so uncertain about getting involved with ACN. And to see her at the #1 position and really just killing it right now, I am so excited for both of them. I love them both to death. And guys, I've been involved with ACN for a long time. My 15-year anniversary is the 29th of this month. And, I got started near Dallas, Texas. I was living in Arlington, Texas at the time. And, over the years, you're excited about ACN. You're excited about the possibilities. And I always talk about accepting your feelings and keeping it going and not letting your feelings get to you, just staying focused on why you're doing the business. And, it's been an incredible, incredible ride since being involved with the company. But over the last year and a half, almost 2 years, when everything shut down, we started doing business different. And before we were virtual, we weren't. And I was doing everything. I was grinding per se. I was going to every meeting, every event, and 8.5 months pregnant in people's living rooms, building a business. And there was absolutely no excuses on what I was going to do to build this. I've always had the mindset of I'm going to do whatever I have to do now to be able to do whatever I want to do later. And so because we've had success in the business, the last year when we first started doing Zoom meetings, I was doing meetings back to back to back, and we were having a lot of success, a lot of momentum. People were getting promoted left and right. And I'm like, wow, this is crazy. I get to be here with my family. My kids are like right here outside the door. They don't have to worry about me leaving. And then I started getting comfortable. I started getting comfortable with the success. I started getting comfortable with the money. I started getting comfortable, with just a promotion here and there. And then I really started thinking about where my business was and what I'm supposed to be doing in ACN and the women winning movement that we've created. And, over the last, I would say, couple months when we've been having the Emerge events, Dallas was my first one. And I was thinking about why I didn't attend the other ones. And, what the mindset was, well, we don't really have people building in that area. I don't need to go. This is not a big convention. We have the Game On events. I don't really need to go. And when I went to Dallas, I really started thinking, how could I have the mindset of just because I don't have people in the area, I don't need to go? Because quite frankly, every single convention we've been to, I didn't have people in those areas typically either, but I went to every single event. And so when you really think about it, you really think about the fact that you just don't want to do it. You don't want to do the work. And some people fall into that. Even as a leader, you get to a place where sometimes you just don't want to do the work. You get comfortable. And that was me. Last year I started cooking. I'm known for saying I don't cook, right? But I started cooking. Pinterest became my best friend. And I'm a baseball mom now. Like so many things started happening. And I love it. I love my life. But I was comfortable in ACN. But me being comfortable started becoming uncomfortable. And I started thinking about who I was in ACN. Like, I'm Chanel Burr. I always tell my team, you didn't come this far to only come this far. And I started thinking about that myself. There's so many people's lives that need to be changed because of this opportunity. But I was just comfortable with where I was. I wasn't taking on the responsibility anymore to really be out there in phase one like I needed to be. I would get people here and there, but it was really me just supporting my team. I was comfortable not having a packed schedule because I would say, oh, my leaders are taking ownership. They're doing everything. I don't really have, anybody to work with really because my leaders are doing it. So I was excited. But then I started seeing leaders starting to do other things. And when people do other things and, they start doing a bunch of stuff, they start getting confused. And we all know confused people do nothing. And all these people are looking at multiple streams of income when, quite frankly, we have multiple streams of income in our compensation plan. We got 4 ways to get paid in this one business. And so I started looking at everything, but I really started looking at me. And, we being involved with the ACN for so long, and if you've been involved for quite some time, you're going to go through some ups and downs. You're going to go through life stuff. And there may be some people or some things, some situations that try to take your love and excitement away from ACN. But here's what I understand. Nobody can take it away from you. You can only give it away. So some of you guys may not be in momentum right now. Some of you guys may, be going through something right now. Listen, like Melissa said, all you got to do is just start talking to some people. I went to Dallas, Texas, and coupled with my decision to just get back to work, because days before I was telling Aaron, I'm like, I'm about to get to work. I cut my hair off again. I'm like, I'm Chanel Burt. I'm about to get to work. And, yesterday I had meetings back to back. I did a leadership call for Jonathan DZL. And, my husband, they're like, what's for dinner? I'm like, leftovers. I don't know. Like, go find something, I wasn't worried about that. And so I'm just fired up after the event, because when I went to Dallas, guys, listen, all of us know we've merged with Connect. And I know some of you as leaders, you didn't know what it was going to be like. You probably felt like we were a blended family. You didn't know how your new brothers and sisters were going to be. You may have felt like these were like the stepkids per se. But, in my home, my oldest daughter is from a previous marriage, and you would never know it. Aaron has loved on my daughter since she was 9 months old, and we don't use step in our house, and because we're a family. And that's how it was at the event with ACN and Connect. Like, we are a family. We're one big family that wants to take ACN to be the #1 company in the entire world. And so it felt like a family reunion, even though I had never met some of them in my life. But we were all on the same page and wanting the same things and fighting for our family's future. And I went there with a brand new IBO. See, I want you guys to go to Atlanta, because I don't know what you're going to see or what you're going to hear that's going to change everything for you. But it's important that you take somebody new with you, because I wasn't in the back. I wasn't really having time to talk to the other leaders there. I was sitting with my new IBO the whole time. After I trained, I sat back with her for the rest of the event. I was literally taking notes, and I was hearing things differently than I've heard before, because I was paying attention. I was just paying attention. Jeff Street, he said, people say, what do you do? And I said, oh, well, what I do? I just say, do you look at other ways of making money? That's what I do. I just say, what do you look at other ways of making money? That's what I do. I ask people that. And he talked about the 100 squares again. Guys, I've heard him train this again and again and again. And I know it's a phenomenal, effective training, but quite frankly, I didn't want to do it. I didn't feel like I needed to do it because I had a lot of momentum going on. But I know that ACN is about new business. And if I'm going to create new business, it's going to be because of me creating new business. James Adler made a post the other day, and it said, don't change your dream, change your team. A lot of us have probably stopped dreaming, or a lot of you have stopped dreaming because you're depending on your current team to help you achieve those dreams. But if you're RD, the people in your organization today, they're not getting you to RVP. If you're going for RVP Gold and Platinum and SVP, the people you have in your organization today, they're not getting you there. It's about being in phase 1 and sharing the opportunity with people and really taking on the responsibility of the leader that you say that you are. So, I'm excited about, still cooking for my family, but being a top producer. I'm excited about being a baseball mom and still being at everything, but being a top producer, because that's what ACN is all about. And I'm fired up. I can't wait for Atlanta. I can't wait to go with some new people. And listen, if you're comfortable, if you become comfortable because you're at home building a business, you don't have to rip and run like we used to. We don't have to always go to a convention once a quarter. Listen, please let your being comfortable become uncomfortable, because you got involved with ACN to do some bigger and better things. and your family's future is dependent on you. So I'm fired up, guys. I hope you can feel it. We have our Women Winning Wednesday night call tonight at 10 p.m. We usually have a guest speaker that's a regional director above, and it's not just for women, it's for everyone. So men, get on there. Make sure you're on there. And I'm the speaker tonight. I'm the guest speaker for tonight because I am fired up. So thank you so much for having me on the call, and I look forward to seeing you guys in Atlanta.
Bert, you are so good. You did so well. And let me tell you, I will never forget today. You said so many things, but the thing that I thought I knew everything about you. But Chanel Burt cooking? Chanel Burt cooking. I don't know if how long have I known you? 15 years?
A long time, yeah.
I don't know if I've ever used Chanel Burt and cooking in the same sentence.
Neither did my husband. Listen, Patrick Major, I heard him one time say, you make money in ACN to pay people to do the things you don't want to do. So, hey, that's what we were doing.
You got it going on.
Yeah, so here we go.
Congratulations. Thanks for being on the call.
Thank you.
And now we have an opportunity, everyone, to hear from a